What's up, YouTube? This is Vernacular TV. If you like the content that I'm producing, please like and subscribe to the channel. It is being reported by the Associated Press, it is being reported that papers are being filed in the federal court in New York that two Iranians are responsible for meddling in the United States election, 2020 election. The filing papers on the Iranian believes that they were posing as the Proud Boys. They have data to over 100,000 voters, and they were threatening them. We know you're a Democrat. If you don't vote for Trump, we will come and get you. That's what basically the federal case is about in New York. The Iranian and the United States relation has been long. It's a long relation. These two nations have been fighting a covert war for some 40 years. Since 1979, the United States and Iran have been at odds. So it's nothing new. The politics between Iran and the United States believes that the theocratic government of Iran is not abiding by the NPT, the Non-Proliferation Treaty. So those conversations taking place as conversation in the United Nations take place on the JCPOA, the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Actions. As conversation taking place about that in the United States coming back to the deal with the P5+1, coming back to the deal. Because we got to realize when Trump came into power, he increased the sanctions on the Iranian. He tried to dismantle the deal. He withdrew from the deal. So now Joe Biden is in office. He's trying to reestablish relation with the deal. With the Iranian, reestablish the deal with the other P5+1 members. But on the other hand, you have the state of Israel still opposing the deal. So these conversations take place. These two nations have been at war for the past 40 years. Covert war and overt war. Who can remember last year when former President Trump, he assassinated the Iranian general Soleimani, Qasem Soleimani. It raised tension with the United States forces in the Gulf region in Iraq, and the Iranian, they shot a whole bunch of missiles at an American air base that made some of the soldiers there have PTSD. So the relationship is always tense. These are the political relationships. The struggle for power in that region, the struggle to control the narrative, the struggle to control commerce. The Iranian has always been the thorn in the side of the United States and Israel. So that political narrative is taking place. The theocratic government over there is holding on. However grip they have on their population power, however grip they have on them psychologically, they're holding on. Over here, the U.S., on this side of the pond, as the imperial nation, she will always control the narrative because it's about power politics. Power politics. The international system in itself is already anarchy in its nature. It's those who got the will to maximize the utility to move things in the direction in which they see will win in the international game. The system is that the international system, as we know, is anarchy. There's no international force to lay down the law. The United Nations is there to be a channel in which the laws are laid down, but the system itself is anarchy. So to see Iran meddling in the United States election, I won't be surprised, because that's what nations do. They meddle in each other's election. You know, it's about our power struggle, our international power struggle. Nation competing against each other in this global race, in the global race of resources, in this global race of security. So Iran is a thorn in the side of the U.S. in that region and Israel. The theocracy, you know, and the crimes that it have committed over there in this region, it's been documented. It's been documented on record. But every nation has a level of brutality. in order to keep the proletariat in check, in order to keep the masses of people in check, certain tactics must be used. Certain tactics must be used. Certain psychological tactics, education, paradigm must be used. So, as we question the theocracy, we also have a conversation in the United States about the social things that is going on in the United States. You know, the social conversation that is being had in the United States about what is justice. Recently, Kyle Rittenhouse just got acquitted. There's another case in Georgia. Those things are taking place about who really demonstrating human rights or who gets to control the narrative of what human rights is. So Iran is a thorn. They are a thorn in the American side in that region. In that region of the world. It's a power politics, man. It's a struggle to control commerce, business, to control the narrative, to control discourse, influence, sphere of influence. So I'm not surprised at all that the Iranian have been meddling in the United States election, because that's what they do. That's what they do. They're trying to look for a comparative advantage in one way or another. Hacking, that's the new norm. Cybersecurity, hacking, tapping into people's network, data, stealing data collection, stealing people's files and information. That's how nation grow. You know, it's just sad, but that's what the conversation is about. So Iran, it is being reported that Iran was meddling in the 2020 election, posing as the Proud Boys, the white nationalist organization that, sprung on Trump, got emboldened on Trump. So,